My name is Michael, and it happened 2 years ago. I had some friends at the time. Let's call them Dan, Sarah, and Hazel. We decided to make our little party of explorers exploring forests and abandoned structures and such. That day was our first exploration, an abandoned house just at the end of my neighborhood. We started walking toward that house and reached it soon. People said that it was built in the 1940s. It had been owned by a man who abandoned it after moving to live in the nursing home, and the house has been left alone since then. We were outside for a while, and Dan says we should go inside. We decided to check out the well first, which was next to the house. The well was stone and round, which looked exactly like the same thing as in the Ring movie. There was a piece of old wood board covering the top. All of a sudden, Dan jumped up on the board like a maniac. Then his leg fell through the small opening. If he would have fallen in, we'd have been in big trouble. Luckily, he lifted his leg out of the opening and acted like nothing just happened. We went inside, and we could smell a very strong odor emitting from inside the house. It was very gross, but putting smells aside, we came across a bunch of weird things around the house. Clothes packed in a freezer, a fireplace with dolls inside, an upside-down table. It kind of looked like an art museum. Things started to get kind of eerie. Then we entered a bedroom this time, and the roof was almost caved in. Clothes with stains everywhere, and a black ooze was rolled down across the ceiling. I was going to puke at this point. And at that moment, we heard some distinct chewing sounds. And we freaked out, so we didn't have any choice except we were going outside. But when we left the room, barely, we all froze. A man who wore a scruffy lime green shirt and old gym shorts stood in front of the front door. He seemed like that he didn't shower for a few months. He just stood there and glared at us with a fierce look. He slowly lifted his arm to show us. It looked like a lump of raw meat with the blood still dripping from it. That guy was chewing his arm. My legs were shaking. I wanted to cry at that time. He shouted, "Get the hell out of here," in a hoarse voice, and we ran away. I couldn't believe what it was I saw. After that, I never met the same guy in my neighborhood. We haven't told our parents yet. And I'm still wondering, would he still be there if I visit that house again?